coming up at Christmas. So she wants to lose 50 pounds before Christmas. So all she's doing is drinking water. Okay? So the bile inside of her gallbladder is getting thicker. We call it stasis. Because it doesn't move.
Oh.
So it's getting thicker and thicker and thicker. Every day she doesn't eat, it's getting thicker. So now it's so thick that it is starting to layer. It's gravity dependent. This is called sludge. All it is thick bile. Pat, you need to eat. Okay?
Does it move?
It moves. It's gravity dependent. If it's not gravity dependent, you've got a serious issue. Because it's something else. Okay? So, Pat goes, no, I've still got 25 more pounds to go.
Wow.
She will not eat. No matter what we do, we cannot convince her to eat. So that bile keeps getting thicker and thicker and thicker. She's not even hungry anymore because it's been so long since she's had food. She's not hungry because our mind does that. Okay? Then it's going to start developing gravel. And then that gravel, this is thick, sticky stuff. Like snot. Okay? And so, then it's going to start developing gravel. And from gravel, it's going to start developing stones.
Mm.
Now stones, they don't know, but they think it's the diversity of whatever you eat. Okay? So almost like hereditary. Were you talking to me?
No,
Me?
about the
What?
condition.
The
She's,
AC.
the AC
It's cold, but we have glass over there, so I cannot turn it down.
What?
She said he's cold.
Oh, she's cold.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Sorry. You want a sweater? You can go get a sheet out of the lab.
Yeah.
Want to go get a
Yeah,
sheet
go
out of
get
the
a
lab?
leaf.
Okay. So, what is the name of this? Sludge. You're going to see that a lot in clinic. You're going to see stones in clinic. You're going to see slop. You're going to see eye drops in clinic, and you're going to see cholelithiasis in clinic. What is cholelithiasis? Gallstones. What is it called when my gallbladder's been removed?
Cholecystectomy.
Cholecystectomy.
So we see the sludge, just in case people not eat, or there's other cases?
There's other reasons why. Dieting is probably one of the greatest ones.
Eye drops, what does that look like?
Like your gallbladder looked this morning.
Okay.
Just a dilated gallbladder.
Okay, got it.
We didn't measure it, but it was pretty round, wasn't it? It looked like it was greater than 4 centimeters.
Yeah, we was actually overlooking it because.
It's between 98 when they measure.
That big.
Huh?
It's between 98 when they measure.
See? 4 centimeters, but it's not 4 centimeters.
Yeah.
If we round up, it would be. Okay?
That's why I say, why is it so big?
So, her gallbladder was the upper limits of normal. Because it measured 3.98, which is really 4, which is the upper limits of normal. Okay? Now, you're going to see this a lot. It's called pericholecystic fluid. Peri, around, chole, gallbladder. Fluid around the gallbladder. And you can see this fluid, this edema that's around the gallbladder. pericholecystic fluid. I'm not gonna test you on that because it's part of pathology, but you're fixing to start clinic in just a couple of weeks, so you need to know a little bit about what you're going to be exposed to. Okay? Oh, look at this gallbladder. This is the gallbladder. All of this is wall. Mhm. All of that is
Thick.
wall.
So it's thick.
Very thick wall. An adenomous, meaning a wall with too much fluid in it. Adenomous gallbladder. This is called ascites. Here's my liver.
Fluid.
Here's anterior, fluid, anechoic, liver, anechoic, anechoic. So not only does this patient have ascites, it also has what? A pleural effusion. Here is the gallbladder. A very sick gallbladder. Here's the diaphragm. Okay, right here. Here's the diaphragm. Fluid on this side is called ascites. Fluid on this side is called pleural.
Which side is ascites?
Uh-uh.
Which side is ascites?
This side is ascites.
The liver.
This side is
Pleural.
pleural.
That's why
Oh.
the liver looks different
The liver looks different
because of the.
because of the ascites.
Okay.
The speed of sound is fast, and then it slows down. Anytime you see this little triangle, beware. It's like a caution sign. Examine that area to the best of your ability. Anytime you see a little anechoic triangle, it could be around the heart, it could be around the lung, it could be inside the endometrium.
What's that?
So this little triangle is part of the uterus. So
Oh.
this little triangle is very, very important. It means beware. Okay?
Or uterus.
No matter where you see it in the body, you might see it on the left above the spleen, you might see it on the right by the liver, you might find it in the uterus. Just always be aware and remember, you will not learn it in a book. You will not learn it in a book. When you see a triangle that's anechoic, just beware.
Beware of what?
Pathology. You've got
Is
pathology.
that the fluid in the gallbladder as well?
Pericholecystic fluid.
Yeah, right.
Okay. Okay. Adenomous gallbladder.
In a dark space, Ms. Shepherd?
The dark speck.
The dark space at the top.
Fluid.
This place,
Yeah. Is that the
ascites. Ascites. You're gonna see that a lot.
Ascites.
You have to have this before you graduate. Okay? So be aware that if you see a triangle, say, can I comp on that?
Paracentesis.
Because you have to have it before you graduate.
A triangle?
Pleural fluid. It's called a non-cardiac chest. Okay. So now we have cholelithiasis. Wall looks pretty good, doesn't it? This is posterior shadowing. This is posterior enhancement. Posterior shadowing, posterior enhancement. The speed of sound speeds up, and then it hits this. Because the speed of sound is so
Fast.
fast, it causes posterior enhancement. Because the speed of sound is stopped, it leaves shadowing.
Stone.
Gallstone.
Celtics.
Now, negative or positive Murphy always on every image of your gallbladder, supine and acute. Okay? Posterior shadowing, posterior enhancement. I would measure the wall towards the fundus, never towards the neck. See how it changes?
Yeah.
Because the way the ultrasound is hitting it, it's hitting it here. So it's spread, because ultrasound, it spreads and it meets and then it spreads again. So what it's doing, it is deforming the wall. I'm not 90 degrees to the wall. So it's making my wall look like pathology. It is not pathology. This is the wall. It's 90 degrees to my transducer. This is not 90 degrees to my transducer. Okay? So posterior enhancement, posterior shadowing. What's this one? And I'm only going to show you, I'm not going to test you on it, but you're going to see it in clinic.
Murphy shadow.
This is called wall echo shadow, or what we call the Wes sign.
West side.
W-E-S.
West.
My echoes hit the stone. I see bright echoes. I see shadowing. I see the wall. I have bright echoes. I see shadowing. In other words, this gallbladder is completely full of gallstones. And we call that the Wes sign, W-E-S. Wall, echo, shadow.
So what is, this is a stone?
This is the stone.
Just one? Or you said,
The whole gallbladder, this is the gallbladder in long.
yeah.
The gallbladder is impacted. Okay? So all I see is the wall, an echo, and a shadow.
Is that picture zoomed in? Not by a lot.
I don't know.
Can you trace
Probably.
the outer gallbladder? Just as long as I understand what I'm looking at. That's it?
There it is in transverse. This is it in
Which
sagittal.
one's the wall?
The outer edge that I can see. Okay?
So what's that, the bright up above that where you just traced? No, on this picture.
Liver.
Oh, that's the liver.
The skin, liver, gallbladder. Okay? Skin, liver, gallbladder. We call that the Wes sign. Okay. Left hepatic duct. Right hepatic duct. Common hepatic duct. Cystic duct. Common bile duct.
Pancreatic duct.
Huh?
Pancreatic duct.
What's the duct of Worcester?
Duct of Werson.
Yes.
Ampulla of Vater. It is protected and controlled by what muscle?
Species of body.
Sphincter of Oddi. This is the second part of the duodenum. The pancreatic head sits in this little curve, this little C loop.
Yeah.
That's where the pancreatic head goes. Body, fundus, body, neck, Heister, Hartman's pouch, neck, cystic duct, Heister valve. Okay? So, okay, so here it's showing you what flexure is this? Nope. Hepatic flexure. This is my colon. It's next to the inferior pole of the right liver. Okay? Here is my what?
Common bile duct.
Common bile duct,
Duct of Warsaw.
duct of Warsaw, common bile duct,
Common hepatic duct.
common hepatic
Duct.
duct, right and left, cystic duct. The cystic artery feeds the gallbladder. The cystic artery, okay, feeds the gallbladder, the fundus of the gallbladder, and it goes around like this. Inside the cystic duct are the Heister valves, and they are controlled by cholecystokinin.
CCK.
I eat, my gallbladder contracts, the Heister valves open, bile, pancreatic juices, it joins up, it goes into the ampulla of Vater, into the duodenum, and digestion begins.
Can we call duct of Warsaw the pancreatic duct?
No, you need to know the proper name,
So what is number 8?
because there's two ducts. What's the other duct?
Second?
Because this is kind of a review.
What's the question?
Yeah, it is the accessory duct
Oh,
of the pancreas, but what is it called? Huh? You're close.
duct of
It
Warsaw.
starts with an S.
Yes.
Nope. Santorini.
Oh, Santorini.
Okay? That is the accessory duct. Okay?
Antonio.
Oh, that's it.